Hello my fellow YouTubers. This video today is going to be a little experiment on tuning a coil that you make for a secondary. We're going to go ahead and put a frequency into this coil, and how we're going to do it is I have here on the breadboard a 555, and in between number 7 and number 2 I have a potentiometer, and coming out of the potentiometer for sound effects so I can hear what I'm doing, I got it hooked up to a little beeper. And then from the positive and negative side of the oscilloscope, we're going to look at frequency, and we're going to look at the wave that we're making that's being put into this big coil. Now what you're looking at up here is a receiver coil for a transmitter tower, and this is adjustable. And what I'm going to try out, and that's what this experiment's about, is to have this wirelessly pick up the vibration from that frequency onto this tuning coil. And it's done by moving this coil inside and in and out of it. So right now we're going to find out what the resonant frequency of this coil is. This coil here is it's wound with this here is a 26 gauge magnetic wire. It's the diameter of the PVC is 4.5 turns, or 4.5 inches. The length of the wire going around one full circumference is 14 inches, and the length of the wire is 14 inches. So this is one of my ratio experiments that I'm trying. Instead of doing a 4 or 5 or 3-to-1 ratio, I'm trying it a different way. I think a la Tesla, a la Ed Lead Scallon, to where the length of one full diameter should be the length of the turns in some harmonics ratio, but also it's the blast that goes off. Each one of these represents the rings, and each ring is a vibratorial explosion happening one right after each other. So that's why it's important to have this secondary set up to where it's dimensionally set up right. So I believe that the wavelength is the diameter, and the diameter by length of the release of these many vibrations will come out in one blast. So coming out the top of like a secondary on your transmitting tower, this will be jumping on that standing wave and pulling in. So in order to get this to be in tuned with that, here's where your adjustments come in, because once you get these in right resonance here, now you're going to be attracting the vibration from the frequency of that, and what you're going to have is power. And this is where it gets tricky, because we're going to be designing a capacitance ground a dual ground system here that's going to, I'm going to create an oscillation through this receiver to use ground as amperage. So let's go ahead and fire this puppy up. Woohoo! NASCAR! Alright, so I'm proud of this, guys. This is like cool research. It really just took getting over the hill, really. I mean, explosive. So now it's time to focus more on, one is the bigger sparks, the bigger tree trunk deliveries. There's many difference in the delivery driver system. You can see that in the spikes or the tree-like sparks that come out. But it's important to be able to accomplish that. But then it's important to totally get that disregarded and bring it down through the variac in power. And what you can do is radiate vibration. And that's what we're talking about right here, is vibration, the other side of electricity. The other side of magnets is vibration. So let's fire this puppy up. I'm ready. Okay, so here we go. Got my little beeper. Got some action going now. Let me go ahead and turn it up a little bit. Here's the frequency. It'll keep correcting itself. Frequency. Let's go up a little higher. Hope you guys can hear that. Right now, gas pedal wise, we're probably got the pedal halfway. In between little low to half to half. Readjusting, going higher. Half a million kilohertz. Now see on these frequencies, with this 555, your capacitor is what gets you the frequencies. There's different range frequencies each size capacitor provides. And the one I'll show you here I have set up is obviously for this range. So almost to 1 million. Now we drop down. 1 million. All right, so I'll go back down south. Can you hear that? I just went up too high, but Can't even hear it, the pitch is so high. That's wide open. You can see the lines, it's almost like a picket fence. But look at that square that is set on there. Alright, my ears are starting to affect me. But anyway, so if you guys want to start checking your coils, a good way to do it is to build a 555 pulsar. And just use your potentiometer and use your oscilloscopes. And what you do is your plus comes out of your output of your 555 to the bottom of the secondary, and then the top wire just goes up in the air. And then you do the same thing with the oscilloscope. You take this and you put a little thing of wire on it, about 6 inches, copper wire, and you stick it up in the air. And you take the other half and you send it to ground. So let me turn this off. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're making your own setups, if this helps hopefully at all to in any of your makeup of your setups, type in some comments. I appreciate it. And we'll go over another little version with a like a transistor, and we'll work on a circuit that will work along with the tunings rods here, and through the vibration that it picks up from the transmitter, it will oscillate through the wire, and it would, yes. Do you have the charger? Yes, here. And it, there you go.
Thank you.
And it'll sort of stand on the carrier wave of the natural medium to transmit power. So this is pretty exciting stuff. The air capacitance, I don't see a lot of people using those, and we're gonna do some experiments. I'm taking some apart. I'm gonna be able to vary them in and out because they seem fixed. At least these are, but most of them that I've seen. And not only are we going to adjust the bottom for volume, for space, I guess, or volume of you know, how much surface you got, but also the distance, which creates the capacitance in between the plates, is definitely the distance. So we're going to experiment with that with some spark gaps, and I'm hoping that coming through the air capacitor through possibly a bank of capacitors. I know they're going to jump through here, so maybe that won't work. But even so, with this, with low voltage, but be able to control a switch of some sort is very important. And okay, you guys, thanks for watching. 15 minutes of some fun. Hope you guys enjoyed what you see. Peace out. Ed Leeds Gallon, Tesla, rock on. My boy Maxwell.